Plaintiff Brian Percival is a reformed burglar who over 30 years ago pulled off the largest bank heist in the history of Nevada. Brian claims he was friends with the defendant and he gave her a loan after she was charged with a DUI, but she has failed to repay him. Defendant Barbara Reed has known Brian for nearly 20 years, and they dated for a short time. Barbara claims they remained friends after their breakup, and Brian was there for her as she battled cancer, but she denies owing him anything today.
Just start with you.
Well, what would you like to know? Everything?
Give me some background on yourself or your friendship, whatever you'd like to.
Well, I would call
you think
myself
would be interesting for us to know.
a reformed and repentant bank burglar. The reason I say that is in 1984, I pulled off the largest bank heist then and now.
You robbed them?
No, burglarized it, sir. Total difference. And it was the largest bank heist in the history of the state of Nevada. And it was
How much?
$2,700,000.
You got into. No, I'm sorry. Y'all stop. No, I just caught me off guard. No, we should not rejoice against the law. People get hurt. But no, in this case, no one got hurt because you're a burglar, right?
Correct. That's correct.
It's still against the law. I was going to say,
absolutely.
going through the. Yeah, you're still wrong. It's wrong. You were wrong. How much did you get, though?
$2,776,000.
They're still against the law. That's what we got to keep going back to that.
Plaintiff Brian Percival is suing his former friend, who claims she and Brian dated for a short period of time, but they were better friends than lovers.
Go ahead, sir. Tell me more. You got away. What'd you do with that money?
Well, I didn't get it all, sir. I had a friend, he had a girlfriend, and she happened to be the main vault bank supervisor for Nevada National Bank.
Inside job, then.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So anyway, over a period of months, it became quite obvious that their security was so lax that anybody could just walk in and burglarize the vault.
And we're going to get to the loan. How you going to sue somebody for a loan and you have millions from the bank? Go ahead.
Well,
sue somebody for $300. You pop that money off to go to the...
At breakfast.
Well, yeah, what'd you do? You went to the strip club making it rain?
No, sir.
What'd you do with this money? How much did you get personally?
$1 million.
What'd you do with it, sir? You suing her for $300.
I don't have $1 million anymore.
What did you do with it?
Well, sir, after...
Should have put it back in just a different bank. But go ahead, sir. What did you do?
Well, I certainly didn't put them in a bank. I didn't trust banks.
All right.
So what happened was when I placed this money...
No, that's not how you say it, sir. What happened was... I know what happened was.
Well,
what happened was... That's how you say it.
What happened was I got arrested, went to
You
trial.
got arrested?
Oh, absolutely.
You didn't tell me that. You left that part out very conveniently.
Apologize for that, but what happened was those two took off to South America.
Your partners?
Yes, they went down to Rio to live happily ever
I
after.
knew where to go. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I stayed in Vegas because I had family and stuck it in this private security deposit vault for 10 years. I rented it for 10 years. Well, unfortunately, I told my wife the code to get in when I was serving federal prison time. And...
Bad move.
Yeah, it was. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I did 6 calendar years. I figured that was worth it, but unfortunately, she blew it all.
Well, you need to send her back into the next bank. I'll be frank. That's it, and took your money and you spent 6 years. All right, you give me some background on yourself, ma'am.
I've known Brian for approximately 19 years, 20 years. He and I met at the local neighborhood bar, became instant friends.
What year?
About 2000.
Oh, I know he was throwing the money up, but he was buying the bar, wasn't he?
He told me the story about the bank.
What has your friendship been like since that time?
We dated for a little while until his told me I wasn't pretty enough for him. He wanted a trophy wife. So that kind of broke off our relationship.
How so?
I don't know. I was ready to
Oh, you were ready to
leave
leave
him
it.
anyway,
All
so
right. Didn't say
it
that.
didn't really bother me. But then I got cancer like a year later, and I've had cancer 4 times. And Brian's been there for me every single time I've had cancer. He's been taking me to chemotherapy appointments, radiation,
That's great.
grocery shopping.
Great.
I'm in remission now.
Good. All right. Good.
Thank you very much.
And clap for you, because you all weren't dating when he was caring for you, right?
No.
Yeah. That's a honorable man. That's a friend for sure. That's
We're much better friends than we were lovers.
Okay.
Plaintiff Brian Percival is suing his former friend, who claims she and Brian dated for a short period of time, but they were better friends than lovers.
Why you're suing her for this 339 though?
Why, sir? Because last year, we both have drinking problems, but last year Barbara got drunk, crashed a car, and well, she got charged with a DUI, went to court, and had to spend some time in the county jail. And a lot of people don't realize when you get convicted of a crime and incarcerated, your Social Security is cut off because the government's not going to pay you while you're doing time. So when she got out, didn't have any money for rent. Called me up and wanted $975. Took it to my bank, withdrew. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I took it to your bank.
I knew you were going there. Anyway, I went to my bank, withdrew $975.
Actually, it was $650, Brian.
Can I finish, please?
Yes.
Thank you. And then I took Barbara to her bank, but on the way to her bank, saw that she had 2 checks to deposit. I said, well, you deposit them first. I'll see what your balance is. Came down to, you don't need $975, I'll loan you $650. And at the same time, we got a money order for $975, and so she could pay the rent. And she signed on the back of that withdrawal slip, you'll see the IOU that I printed out and she signed to repay the loan, $50 a month, with no interest. So I thought it was pretty cool. And
she paid you some, obviously.
oh yes, but the first month she didn't pay, so I just shined that on. Then she started making regular payments, but because she didn't finish all the programs required when she was convicted of the DUI, they locked her up again. So I shined that on. Like, you can't pay if you're in jail. Well, when she got out, she sent me 6 checks. Still $50 short of what she owed. First 2 I deposited, they cleared. March, I deposited. My bank writes to me and says she stopped payment. Says,
Every time you say my bank, it just throws me off, sir. How these folks let you do business with them? Here's a man who took $3 million. And you still can go back whistling at the bank. 500, please. Cash the check, please.
Actually,
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah. Well, it looked like you took $3 million a few years ago, but that's in the past.
I get Social Security too, sir.
He's fully integrated back into society.
All right, sir. I'm glad that you paid your debt to society and you are back on the right track, but it just sounds a little unfair. Ma'am, what do you say about the balance on the loan?
Well, to begin with thinking back on it, yeah, he should pay for it because of the money he absconded.
The money he took from the bank.
From the bank.
Therefore, you don't have to pay him the
It's
money
like
he loaned you.
Robin Hood. Rich steal from the rich and give to the poor type.
What are you, Robin Hood?
That's your only defense?
Your Honor, I don't know if there was a time limit on when I would pay that.
When was it made? And let's see. Well, if you miss 1 month, then he's able to collect it immediately.
He is.
Because when you breach an agreement or you become delinquent on it, a person is able to collect or exercise that agreement immediately.
I didn't realize that. I was going to ask for more time, but since that's the
yeah, that's the
agreement.
law.
Okay.
And it's called, in some circumstances, depending on the facts, it's called anticipatory breach of contract.
All right.
Meaning you've shown by experience, your previous deeds, that I should worry that you're not going to fulfill this contract. So I'm going to sue you now.
All right.
Or I'm going to claim my money now, because you've shown you might not pay me in the future. So you've been delinquent now, so let me get all my money.
All right.
That's the concept behind that, anticipatory breach of contract. All right? Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge Mathis.
Well, like I said when I started, I'm a reformed and repentant bank burglar. And I think, having heard the story, you can agree with me that crime doesn't pay. I'm a prime example.
I would hope that Brian and I can still be friends.
I thought we were.
Okay. Well, it kind of made it sound like you were still mad in there.
No.
Okay, good.